Hey YouTube. All right, I got a project that I have been seeing over and over again, and especially on crypto Twitter, and it is, the Latin word is Deus, which is Latin for God, and I was calling it Deuce the other day, but it's Deus. And man, it's like everybody has, I say everybody, there's been quite a few people, says, look, why Deus over GMX's GLP in the long run? And then there's a thread. If you go and look over here, it says, once Deus B3 is fully out, testnet was open for a couple of days last week. You wouldn't have to wait for a team to give you a couple of synthetic assets or commodities to trade every couple of months. Everything that's traded in the real world can be traded on Deus. Whoa, okay, that's interesting. You go Deus, 13 million market cap within the next 6 months, 150 million market cap. That's about a 12x from here. Worst case scenario here. Okay, all right. It says, I think we may see it reach in billions. Leverage commodities, stocks, and crypto without custody. All right. Ooh, somebody's a believer. All right. Deus invites anyone to build upon their infrastructure to facilitate. Let it out, baby. There you go. My dog has allergies. We go through this every night. It's okay, baby. You okay? You okay? Okay. He's okay. All right. But anyway, it says Deus invites anyone to build upon their infrastructure to facilitate. I think I need to put him down. No, I'm not going to put you down. No, you just have to cough. All right. Bilateral OCT, over-the-counter trades between a user and a counterparty. This is exactly how TradeFi markets can scale. The risk is isolated per transaction, and risk can be optimized or transferred. Okay, that's interesting. All right, let's keep going. All right, so if you actually go to the Deus DAO, this is their Deus Finance Twitter page. You can then find their website, deus.finance. Something I did find interesting as far as when you're doing your charting is this is on the daily chart. If you go down here and look, this is actually making, let me see if I get my curve tool in here. Where's my curve tool? It's in there. Hold on. There it is right there. Ooh, come here. It takes real skill to chart with a dog. But if you look right here, let me scrunch it up a little bit. Is that not a cup? And then right here, and is that not a handle? Well, maybe. So it's got actually a bullish. That looks bullish to me, and it's been on this little line, this $36 line forever, and then it pops back up with looks like a bull flag, and we're back up to $100. Which if you do your little measured move, I'll even do it on the measured move on the bull flag. That puts it at about 189. 189 going up to 189, which would be a 88% increase from where we are. Okay, so that's looking nice. And then you got all these people on Twitter who are like, hey, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then when you go over here to the actual website, let me see. If you go here, and you can click on that, and it shows you, universal access. Well, if it'll pop up. Yeah, universal access to institutional grade blockchain derivatives, providing the framework for optimistic on-chain digital derivatives. capital efficiency, cross margin between exchanges and market makers. In addition to instant settlement, enables Deus to offer an unparalleled alternative to TradeFi. All right. Yeah, they can do it. And look how cool that graphic is. And you know, cool graphics mean it's got means it's going to survive and thrive, right? But that is a cool graphic. That is. Notice the supported chains. Look at all those supported chains. And I mean, Arbitrum, Ethereum, Phantom, I see BNB, I see Polygon, I see Avalanche. What else do you need? Okay, all right. If you go over here and get to the white papers, I won't go too deep into the white papers, but look at the first part of this white paper. Okay, it says a purely peer-to-peer version of bilateral agreements allows for digital derivatives to be cleared directly between one party and another in a trustless way. That's the beauty of blockchain. Okay, that's the beauty of blockchain. That's what you want. And it says decentralized threshold signature-based oracles provide part of a solution by verifying the agreement upon request at any given time by economic-driven third-party market observers. I have no clue what that means, but it sounds exciting. Okay. And it says consider every parameter that leads to a traditional trade as one dimension. For example, typical order books based exchanges have a single variable parameter for matching orders and the price, limiting the variety of markets. We propose an n-dimensional request for quote based marketplace. Now I did find this interesting. Okay, it says n-dimensional setups give liquidity providers the ability to produce derivatives with their preferred rule sets, creating unlimited access to any market in the process. After the user provides the necessary collateral, they can create an immutable request for quote to a blockchain with their desired trade parameters, allowing third-party order matching engines to connect the seller with the buyer. That's interesting. Now I don't fully understand what n-dimensional means, but you get to set your parameters in there, and then anybody who matches those parameters can go in there and buy and sell. Okay. It says for a minimized trust trade setup, the seller also locks necessary collateral in the account manager engine. Both parties are now in a bilateral agreement as they both provide collateral. That's interesting. A neutral party called Oracle then verifies how the balances of each party change at any given time, demanding for one side to increase their collateral to make sure the other party can exit and the counterparty is solvent. Anything with a data point can be traded. So this might be the opening to, like oil and pork bellies and other currencies like foreign currencies. This is and this is as far as I won't go into the white papers, but as you look, just it breaks it down. Like, even this transparency, which is a big thing now. Liquidity pools, hedge tokens, delta neutral setups, order book models. Okay, so that's the current state of the market. It says Deus version 1 and version 2, what has been achieved, and they've been talking about version 3 and use cases. They actually give the use cases. You can do credit rating, third party, gamifying derivatives, trading bots and stop limits, exchange brokers, fund managers, open leverage case. Okay, open leverage case. Standardization, regulation, and broadening the market. Okay. Deus decreases spot volatility. So it's got a lot going on. It seems to have some very smart people working on it. Now, as far as at this point, I've glazed over a little bit, it means it's past my expertise, okay? But what I have expertise in, and I'm not a financial advisor by no means. If you take your money and do something with it that I tell you to do, you're an idiot. Don't take my financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But let me show you what are some things that is occurring with this on things that I'm familiar with. If you look over here, like on Beefy, Deus and Phantom have got a liquidity pool, and it's it's not bad. Look, 119% APR. You get a 64 vault APR and 15.47 trading APR, and it's APY, which means that they keep reinvesting in it and it compounds. All right, there's 19,000 already locked, total value locked. If you go over to, if you look over here on this, the actual site, there's the ability to swap and bridge and migrator. But what I found out is that they go to third party. Like going to farming, goes to Solidex, with a Liquid Driver, Tarot, Beefy, Beats. If you go to the swap, it takes you to this thing called Firebird, which I'm not familiar with Firebird, but I take it's just another swap, and you can also do some basic things on it. Earn. Of course, I had my wallet connected, but it's no longer connected. All right. When you go over here to another one of those that shows the liquidity pools is Solidex. I had covered this yesterday, and on this, it's not really good. Let's see, it's 7.9 on that Deus, and supposedly there's been some issues with that die, and I'm not sure what the status is of that right now, but they've been working on it. But they've got liquidity pools. This one right here, I don't know if you got to put money into it to get it started. I don't know. Phantom, Route Phantom, Deus, and Die, and Deus, but there's no APR. Okay, so anyway, so as I've been going through it, I'm thinking, how do you play this? How do you play it? Well, when you look at just the token, and I'm going to keep an eye on this right here, and it might be that when it hits, because there's actually a couple of right here maybe. Hold on a second. I'm multitasking. All right, multitasking. All right, if you go and look right and click right here on a horizontal line, there is around this area right there, I'd say. It's not real pretty, but that seems to be a line of support. Also, and this is kind of steep, but right here is a trend line, but man, that is steep. Will it bounce off that and go? I don't know. And then we have, I'm not seeing much more. There is that on top of you've got 2 points right here that it can come up and hit and then come back down. So remember, you buy in the scoop where it goes and hits support, you sell at resistance if you're day trading or trading. So I would, even in my approach to buy and keep it, I try to also buy at the dips. So I'm gonna watch it and see, and if I see something major occur, it's in my alerts. But Deus, it is something that may be huge, and again, we've been given a gift. We're in a bear market. That's bottom action right there. That's just, it's a lot easier to make winning trades in a bear market for the bull market, because everything is so dirt cheap, and it looks like it's going to survive and thrive. So anyway, put your questions and comments down in the bottom. If you feel the need, I got 4 subscribers right now. I said I wanted to see how long it would take to stay on 3. Somebody messed that up. I said I really don't care. I'm starting to care a little bit. I do know if you don't hit the bell then you won't know when the next video comes up. I don't know how the algorithm works, but let me know what you think. And I've been looking at the actual YouTube studio, and for some reason it's not showing any comments, but it shows in other things, so I might not catch it. Don't be disheartened. My contact information is in the bottom. You can contact me with any questions. I'm not big enough that I'm overwhelmed with this, so send me your questions or comments. And I'm LTS Crypto. I will see y'all next video.